sound the same.
Catfishing, right?
Hopefully it will just kind of shock people.
People are all pretending to be something totally different.
Erin, while I was doing some Googling on you both, I saw that you were from Crawley. So
you sound like you're from Crawley.
Well, I'm from Croydon originally, but my mum lives that way. So actually, the weekend just gone, I took her to Crawley Shopping Centre, and I was like, what are the chances?
The County Mall! Did you go to
the County Mall? That's where we park, and then we go in and do our thing.
You sound the same. You sound the same. You sound the same.
South Londoners.
Tell me I sound Australian, and I'm like, I don't think it's a real, I don't know what that is, but some people tell me, and I'm like, it's just Crawley.
It's just Crawley. Ladies, congratulations on Chloe. I was only able to watch one episode because that's all they allowed me to watch. And the one episode alone, I was just like, wait a second, this is crazy. Erin, you play the main character. You take on, you play Becky. Can you tell us about Becky?
So to like summarize it very quickly, Becky has had quite a tricky childhood, which has affected the path of her life essentially. Like she doesn't really have many doors that are open to her, which leads her to this kind of social media obsession type situation that she's just kind of caught in. And from that, you find out that her old best friend has died by suicide, and then it just kind of takes you down the rabbit hole. Like she's just completely obsessed by trying to figure out what happened, because she doesn't really have anything else going on in her life. So she's just committed to this person.
It feels very relatable to me. I definitely think it's about a group of friends, which is something that we all know well, but it's also about, you know, the secrets that you have and like the truth that you tell even to your closest friends. And, you know, is that the real truth? Do you need to reveal more? Do you need to reveal less? I guess it's those kind of questions. And then you put social media in and it's like, well, we're all, you know, people are all pretending to be something totally different there than they are when they're sitting in their living room talking to their mum or whatever, you know. So it's like, it's a complicated tension between the truth and the secret, I guess, and the untruth.
Erin, social media is such a powerful tool. Do you think this series will help people be more careful with it?
I've never really been like a big social media kind of a person. I've never really got on that bandwagon, but I've always, so in a way it was kind of really helpful because I've always been able to see it from the outside perspective. And it just kind of, well, on a day-to-day basis, it terrifies me how much it's like infiltrating our lives. And most people's days tend to revolve around just flicking through your phone, like, and hours go by, and it's like sucks you in. So I was like, when I read it on the script about like how much she was, I think it's the first shot of the first episode when you like see her in bed and she's like scrolling, it's like 2 a.m. or whatever. I was like, that needs to be put on screen because people hopefully will like see it reflected in their own behaviours and like check themselves maybe.
You know, we work in an industry where it's become more and more of a sort of, you know, a marketing tool. It's definitely something that, you know, you feel an obligation to be a part of. Culture surrounding things like, is it catfishing, right? So there's been a show around for, I mean, that's been going on for, you know, over a decade, right, that show. And it still exists in some form. But we now consider that in itself a form of entertainment.
Pippa, you play Livia in this new series. What did you enjoy the most about playing her?
I have to say all my scenes with Erin were probably my favorite things because I really love this relationship between the two girls, and I was really invested from the beginning. I mean, we met via Zoom and it was like we were just synchronized, weren't we? And so like every time we'd come to set and do our scenes, we would just, and Alice Seabright was really cool in letting us just do takes for us and kind of not necessarily having to stick to script or do whatever. So I think getting into really the kind of like machinations of our relationship, those were my favorite bits, because working with Erin was a dream. And we just kind of, you know, fell in love.
We actually did.
I mean, I've only watched episode 1. I'm already like, right, okay, let's get moving on the rest. Because it's so refreshing because it's so different from what I've seen before.
Yeah. I agree. Like I don't know about you, Pip, but I'd never read a script. Like
No.
it just doesn't come around very often, especially for a younger generation. Like hopefully they do tune in, because I feel like there are so many relevant like pieces of content in there that will just, like you say, hopefully it will just kind of shock people a little bit.